All right, guys, for our next card, we're going to need a 2-inch strip of printed paper. And you've got a Whisper White card base. And it was supposed to be crushed curry, but I ran out of crushed curry cardstock because I don't actually go through that much of it. And we went through a lot of it for this class. So I cut a quarter sheet that you can just adhere to the front of your card. So it's like you've got a crushed curry card base. Do you see what I did there? I'm sneaky like that. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere that. Then you've got a 4 by 5 1/4 basic black panel. And we'll go ahead and actually we're not going to adhere it quite yet, but close. All right, I've got a terracotta tile panel that's 5 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then I'm going to adhere this printed panel to this. Now, if you aren't doing Halloween, if you want to do something else, again, you could use this pattern. So cute. I love this pattern. I don't know if you could tell that or not. I've used it on several things so far. There's a black pattern that's like this, like black and white. It's in your packet as well, so those are both good. All right, so if you were going to do something else, you could do this, I think would be a great fall flower card. Okay. And we'll just adhere that to the black. Now, if you were doing non-Halloween, you might switch this out and just skip the black and put this panel right on here. It's up to you, whatever you want. And then if you were doing that, though, I would probably do the printed paper all the way to the edge, but that's just me. Even though this layer will be a little short, I think it'll still look great. Okay, now what I want to do with this before I adhere it is take and put some of my ribbon around. So we'll just tie that around. And then we're going to punch a little pattern out of your paper. I'm using the 2-inch circle, and if you don't have a 2-inch circle, you can just fussy cut out what I'm going to do. But if you don't want Halloween, let's make sure this is going to open correct. If you don't want Halloween, instead of what I'm punching, I would do like flowers, a butterfly, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so I've adhered these 2 layers. So I've got a 2 1/4 inch circle in black cardstock and then a starburst circle, in crushed curry. Oh my gosh, I moved it and then I moved it too far. There we go, that looks pretty good. All right, now what I'm going to do with this is, like I said, grab my printed paper and I've got this pattern, and I just want to punch out one of these little haunted houses with my 2-inch circle punch. So that is not too tricky to do. So just line one up and give it a punch, and then it's going to adhere right on here like so. And again, if you don't have the 2-inch circle, you can just fussy cut the haunted house out and then just stick it on here. That will be fine. Or you could trace a circle if you have a 2-inch circle somewhere. Just giving you options. 2-inch circles are really good circle punch to have, though. So if you don't have one, I definitely recommend it. All right, we'll pop this up on top of our ribbon. And then the last thing we're going to do is stamp our sentiment on this little scrap of Whisper White. Okay, and our sentiment says, "So glad we're such ghoul friends," which I think is kind of adorable. Got a little fuzz on here. We got to get off first. All right, so I'm going to ink that up with my black ink. I'm going to kind of stamp it up towards the top of this and just trim it out a little bit, because I kind of have a plenty big piece of paper here. Let's make this a little smaller. And you could use scissors for this. Let's see, did I get that? Oh, I did. Good job on that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. All right, so I'll just put that right down there. So cute.